friends. So this video is going to be a little bit different. Today I'm going to try on everything in my wardrobe. Okay, let me rephrase that. This week, I am going to try on everything in my wardrobe and get rid of what no longer serves me. And there will be a lot more chatting, and just in general, it's gonna be a lot less of a slow living style video and a lot more, hi, come try on all my clothes with me. I have not done a closet purge since I was pregnant, and it's overdue. We're gonna try on my entire wardrobe, which is not only my closet, but also 4 bins of clothes and a whole dresser, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot. Okay, for the sake of decency, this is my undershirt, which I will be wearing under everything, but I'm gonna start with tops. I have my mirror right here so I can see what I'm wearing, and I know the top of my head's a little cut off, but this is about all the space that I have. Before I get too far into it, there will be a few piles. There will be keep, donate, sell, and alter, essentially, and then put away for storage. This top is one that I bought at Target. Actually, it is a size too large, and it is elastic in the back. I have been meaning to alter it, potentially fix the fit, and maybe just add a panel. It actually looks pretty decent just with this. This is going to be a keep but alter. A year or two ago, I was planning to recreate some old Hollywood outfits on a plus size body, and this shirt was not as structured, and I also never made that video because this was the first thing that I got, but it's actually turned out to be one of my favorite tops. I think it's really cute. It's probably a pajama top. I use it as something cozy, but actually this whole look right here I really enjoy, so I'm gonna keep it because it's cute, it's red, it's cozy, very comfortable. I like that I can tie it around the waist. So this top needs to be retired purely because it is falling apart. I think it is so beautiful. I love the lacy look to it. I like the little detail of the sweetheart neckline. However, as you can see here, it is just, there's holes everywhere. If you are a long-time follower, you will know that there was a time when my blog was called Eccentric Owl. Ooh, this looks great on me. Girl, why do I never wear this? I've had this for like 2 years and I've never worn it. This is really nice. So, this is a keep. This, oh my gosh. This is so cute. And look at the sleeves. Like, hello, sleeves. So, a keep. Again, I think I haven't worn this because I've been breastfeeding. I like this shirt, but it is very obviously, like, not for me. It is not my size. It's cute, but I do think this is meant for somebody smaller because I don't love the cutoff, and also, like, I can't really tuck it in because of the little detail right here. It just looks funny to me. And this is a hard one because I love this right here. I think it's so beautiful. I immediately prefer just everything about the way this fits to the other one. This is very cute, and I think this is the color of yellow I should be wearing. I always gravitate towards a mustard yellow. I kind of want to do that trick, you know, in the videos where they're always like, okay, you see your color that you should wear and then the color that you shouldn't wear. And I just feel like immediately I feel duller. Like this brings out my lip color, which is lipstick, but still brings out my lips and cheeks, and it makes me look brighter. And then this just makes everything feel flat. Interesting. The process of purging can be really hard for some people, myself included, especially if you have body image issues or your body has just changed in some way that you are not expecting or used to. I came across that actually quite a lot while I was filming this. I have not changed in size in a very long time, and I have not gained weight recently, but things are fitting differently. I am going through some hormonal change, I am sure, due to breastfeeding or who knows. And so there were things that surprised me, things that didn't fit that I expected to fit, things that do fit that didn't used to fit. And I just want to offer a little bit of encouragement if you are going through this, that it's okay for your body to change. It is normal. Everyone's body fluctuates, and the clothes should be there to bring you joy and nothing else. That is not a judgment on your body, whatever size is on the tag. Nobody can see that size except for you. So wear clothes that bring you joy. That was my first rule in purging my wardrobe, was, does this bring me joy? Does it make me happy to look at? Does it make me happy to wear? Is it something that is fun and can be styled in my wardrobe in a way that makes me happy? Because a lot of these tops, especially, I thrifted on the idea that I would have fun styling them in my wardrobe. And then when it came down to it, I didn't actually have something to style them with. So that was a big consideration for me, is, do I have things that I can pair this with? I am working really hard on getting rid of things that I know I will not wear, that I haven't worn in the past year. And in doing so, I am also seeing the holes in my wardrobe, such as I don't have just a basic pair of jeans that I can throw on the days when I need to run out the door and it's cold, or I just don't feel like wearing a skirt or a dress. While I am not really a jeans kind of person, I do think that a good pair of trousers or pants that you could just wear casually is really important, especially in the winter. And I don't really have that. All of my trousers and pants are either overalls, which are very summery, or patterned and don't go with a lot of things. So it's been really nice. I'm glad that I filmed this and I actually physically tried everything on. There were pieces like this beautiful Sans de Fleur top that just don't feel comfortable to wear anymore, which makes me really sad, because Sans de Fleur makes such lovely garments, but the fit is just not, it's just not a comfortable fit. And then there were tops like this one, which I actually ended up preferring over one of the other tops I tried on earlier that had embroidery on it. And I'd been keeping the other top thinking that I liked styling it, but in fact I didn't love the fit. So it is something I recommend if you are trying to get rid of clothes, to take a few days to try things on. It really does help, especially if you are not sure about an item. And there are still things that I kept because I'm just not sure whether I will style them in the future, but it helped pare down a lot of what I have in my wardrobe. As far as rules for the purge, I think my first very loose rule was, does it fit within my color palette? While this does feel like a trend currently on social media, the seasonal color palettes have been around for a very long time and kind of getting analyzed over whether you're warm or cool, or a winter, an autumn, a spring, a fall. I said that. Summer is the other one that I was trying to think of. That has been around for a really long time, and I've always liked that concept. I think it's really helpful when you have a hard time editing your clothes, and so I did utilize that a little bit. I am a winter, and like I had been talking about before with the yellow, I realized that there are just colors in my wardrobe that I never gravitate towards, and it's because they kind of just make me feel a little bit flat and dull. And then there are colors that I'm heavily inspired by, I wear a lot, like red and black and blue, and those are my best colors. So sticking to kind of a color palette was really helpful, but I also had the rule that
it needed to not have sensory issues. I have a lot of sensory issues around clothing, and if it is itchy or tight in certain areas, I just won't wear it. If it's tight in the arms or tight across the shoulders, it's never going to go on my body. So I tried to get rid of anything that just fit poorly, which sounds very basic, but sometimes it's hard to get rid of things that fit poorly because they are cute, and there's a lot of hope tied up in a garment that doesn't fit. Like, maybe one day it will, maybe one day the garment will change, maybe one day my body will change, maybe I can get it tailored, maybe I can, the list goes on. But I am really proud of myself for the amount of items that I did let go. I will say none of these cardigans left my wardrobe. I love my cardigans. I have become a cardigan and sweater girl, and I have built a really lovely wardrobe of really unique cardigans. I did get rid of this one. It is not a color that I reach for. It might look fine on camera, but in real life it made me feel kind of I think I got rid of this one as well because mustard yellow is a color that I quote unquote shouldn't wear as a winter. And I just haven't reached for it in a while, and I have other cardigans that I like more. So this whole process was really eye-opening. As someone who has been a fashion blogger for a very long time, and who has kept clothes in my wardrobe just to style them or to play with them, it really opened my eyes up to how many pieces of clothing I was keeping for the hope of someday wearing it. And living in a small house with very little storage, I no longer want to do that. I no longer want to keep clothes in the hopes that maybe someday I will wear them. By the way, this cardigan is excellent. I'm never getting rid of it. I want to keep clothes that I'm comfortable in, that make me feel like my absolute best self, that are easy to style, grab and go, that kind of thing. And there were a lot of things in my wardrobe that just weren't doing that for me. This bird sweater is one that I've had for literal years and haven't worn in a very long time. And I'm talking 5, 6, 7 years I haven't worn that sweater, but I kept it because it had birds on it, and it's time to let her go. I also noticed a really funny pattern with all of my sweaters like this, that I tend to prefer a higher neck, which is not normal for me, but I have a lot of sweaters in this certain style that I just think are really cute. They feel very 60s to me, and so I love it. I did get rid of this one. This is a fan favorite, but it's not comfortable. The shoulders are wrong, and the neckline is too high, and it just wasn't comfortable.
Hello, yes. I am coming to you just post-shower. Because I remembered I have a drawer full of sweaters that I didn't go through. And today I'm actually going to be working on putting all of my tops into this app called Index, which I learned about from Beep World. Liz is her name. She has a fashion channel. And I thought it'd be really good for me to actually have a catalog of my entire wardrobe so that I can style things, I can see holes, etc., etc. And that's what I want to do today. I wasn't planning on getting all dressed up and cute, but so you get this version of Kristina, which rarely is seen on the internet anywhere, but I'm going to show you the sweaters that I missed. And I know there's a couple more living somewhere. However, I already know that the ones that I haven't found I do want to keep. So, we'll just grab from the top. First of all, I have this one, which I actually wore yesterday. It is just it's like a sweater I throw on for school drop-off. This is from Joni Clothing. I love this sweater, obviously, for obvious reasons. However, it's not horrible, but it's just a little tighter. It's just not quite a comfortable fit. And I can't explain why. It's just very slightly too small. However, it is a lot more comfortable now than it was the last time I tried it on. So, this color does nothing for me, but but it's strawberries, and I do really love strawberries, so I think I'm going to keep it. These are the kinds of sweaters that I do throw on with jeans, and I feel like if they're too tight, it doesn't look great proportionately. This is also from Joni Clothing. Also, absolutely adorable. Will be keeping. I love this sweater. This is also a keep, but I do need to learn how to darn it. It is a 100% wool 90s sweater. I got it because it's a good, very, very good like 90s does an earlier era sweater, but it's got a hole. But this color is so good. This is my favorite red. I love the buttons and the pearls and everything. It just needs a little bit of repair. So this is one that I will put into my repair pile. This next one is another vintage sweater, and you will immediately see why it is never leaving my wardrobe. The strawberries are so good. I don't know what era this is. I think it's 80s, but it looks 50s. This last one, again, is a keep. I like it. I like the neckline. I like the color. Good sweater. So like, I'm not actually getting rid of any of those, but I wanted to show you just because I'm a completionist. I have to do it all. This one is from Target, and it's a more recent purchase, like more recent being within the last year. And I love it, but I need to iron the sleeves. And similarly, this is one of my most worn shirts that I got on ThredUp, of all places. ThredUp is really hit and miss for me because they don't measure correctly, or they don't measure in a way that makes sense, and I can't figure out what their measurements are doing. But anyway, this is a lovely, I really am drawn towards like very square necklines. One last shirt for the shirts category, and this one I know I'm getting rid of because I don't understand it. I don't know how this neck is supposed to sit. It's almost like it wants to be a cowl neck, but then it, I don't know, and it's an extra large, so I don't know, but I'm getting rid of this one. So that was all the tops. Hello. Okay, so first of all, yes, I chopped my hair off. If you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen it already, so follow me on Instagram. Today, we are going to try on all of my bottoms, overalls, well, pants. And my conundrum for filming is, and this is why I said this is going to be a more casual video, my conundrum for filming is that this room is pretty small, and I am not 100% sure how I'm going to show you. I'm thinking you're just gonna have to have the ugly door as a background while I try things on. Yes, today is all about trying on pants, which is not my favorite genre of clothing, and all of you have probably noticed I generally do not wear pants. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's try on pants. I want to get this over with. I've been putting off filming for a few days because I just don't want to try on pants, but it will be what it is. The first pair we're starting with is actually one that I thrifted, and they are some bootcut jeans. My instinct is a little mixed on this. I, as you can probably tell, have a midsection. I have an ab separation from having kids, and my instinct has always been to wear really high rise. This is at my belly button. It's not uncomfortable, and the old me would have said this is super unflattering. However, I think I have gotten to the point, and a lot of you probably will think I'm crazy, I have gotten to the point where this doesn't really bother me as much as it used to, and I looked at myself in the mirror and thought I kind of look cute in these. At first I thought maybe I would keep these, but when I sit down, I look like a busted can of biscuits, and that's okay. Sometimes you just do look like a busted can of biscuits, and biscuits are delicious. But this is not the vibe. These are, I wish that the rise on the other ones was like these, because I actually like these. I thrifted these as well. And I think they're fine. They're serviceable. They're comfortable. The rise is much better. They fit is much better. So these are a keep. I just wish that they were a wide leg, but some of you might be wondering why I am not wearing a more flattering top, and I just want to give everything kind of a fair chance as it is as a garment, whether it makes me feel good unstyled. These, fantastic. I love these. I don't even need to look in the mirror. These, again, were thrifted. They're kind of a cigarette pant style. So these are a keep. Okay, these are pants that I did take them in the waist, so I could let them back out. Because this is not a comfortable fit. I did take them in the waist. This is a hard decision, but I think I'm going to let these ones go. Because even if my body did change enough that they fit me better, the fabric, I might actually use these as a pattern for other pants, because the fabric does not move well with my body, with the way that my body is shaped. I have very big thighs. And that is just a fact. I am not being mean to myself to say that I just have chunky thighs. That's okay. I don't mind that. However, just the fabric itself, even when I got these when I was 10 to 15 pounds lighter than I am now, and it ripped the inner, like the inside seam, and they fit fine. They were not, like right now they're pulling over my thighs. So I think I'm going to try to use these to make a better fitting pair. However, I do have one other pair in the same style, and I will show you the difference. I have not actually tried these on in a while. These are the same brand, same size, same brand, same fit, and they are so much better because the fabric is different. The fabric is a little bit stretchy. Oh, I love these. I love these pants. I am keeping these. So again, I think I'm gonna just take those pants and try to make them in a different fabric, because this is how they should fit. Okay, these just don't fit. You know, I was gonna try these on fully. However, I already know that they're not a comfortable fit and they're not the cut that I want them to be, so I'm just going to get rid of them. Okay, and again, that last pair that I didn't even try on is the same brand and size as these ones. I love these. I'm keeping these. These are adorable. These, again, I already know I'm keeping because it's strawberry overalls. These are by the brand Princess Highway. Just look at that. It's so cute. Oh no. My body has massively changed since the last time I wore this, which makes me really sad because I love this fabric and the concept of this. If I'm being fair, wow, these have never really fit me super well, but I did used to be able to wear them fairly comfortably. Not anymore. I need to let these go. But my body has changed, and that's okay. Hi friends, so ignore the mess. So I have come to realize halfway through filming this video that I need to take a break. I need to take a break, a good long break from content creation. I have been sick since about November of last year, and it has not gone away. I keep getting sick, and I think a big part of it is that I have been pushing myself very hard to create content and to excel at what I'm doing, and it has caused a huge bout of burnout and depression and heavy anxiety. I have a video that just hit 1 million views. I am glad I shared because I know that it helped a lot of people, but I also realized that maybe I share a little too much of myself with the internet these days. And that's not to say that I don't want to be open and authentic, but I think that I have put a really big expectation on myself to like always be wide open and vulnerable on the internet, for the internet, because I want to help people feel seen. But that has come at the detriment of my own health. So in terms of finishing this video, I'm probably going to either make it a time lapse or just do the majority of it sped up. Anyway, after this video, I will probably not be back until March. I do have some really exciting things to share in March. But if you notice any kind of shift or change, it is a change for the betterment of my own physical and mental and emotional health. Let's get on with trying on some dresses. Hopefully I can do a lot of trying on. I might be trying them on over my jeans.
And now we have come to my absolute favorite part of my wardrobe, which is the dresses. I was so exhausted filming this, and it took, I think, 3 or maybe 4 days to get through all of my dresses. But watching back the footage now, I am so excited by my wardrobe. I'm so excited by the cuts that I made. I know that narrowing down what I own is really going to help me in terms of expressing myself through fashion the way that I've always wanted to express myself. I think that fashion has such a power in being able to look how you've always wanted to look, to express who you are on the outside. And I just can't put into words how much fun it is watching back this footage and seeing all the beautiful garments that I have in my wardrobe. I did end up getting rid of, I think, 23 vintage, like true vintage dresses and almost 20 modern ones. And in the grand scheme of things, I still have a lot of clothes, but they are now curated to clothing that really excites me. And I think that was something that I went through while I was trying everything on, is like, now I can absolutely see this is not exciting. Something like this pink dress is beautiful, or this peach dress, it's beautiful, but it doesn't fit. So it just makes me feel bad about myself. So, and then I tried on stuff like this, which I had forgotten I even owned, and it's so beautiful. I can definitely see a trend in how I like my garments to fit. I prefer longer lengths. I think it looks better proportionately. I definitely gravitate towards a fitted top and a full skirt. I think that just looks really good on me. And I just love feminine details. I am a girly girl at heart and always have been and always will be. Ignore any zippers that are not done up. It's not because things don't fit, it's because my hands got tired. But I was also able to see how much I've made myself, like this pumpkin dress, which I made, which, yes, desperately needs to be ironed because it's been in storage. But I am just so happy to see more and more handmade garments making their way into my closet. And I hope in this coming year I can do more sewing projects and make myself more dresses. I love that my wardrobe is now a fairly good mix of both modern and vintage and handmade. This leaf dress, for example, I made, and I think it's so beautiful. I do need to fix the waist because the button popped, but I'm so proud of myself for the skills that I've grown over the years to make my wardrobe, to find vintage that I can afford, and to just curate it in a way that makes me happy. I think that is a skill. That is a skill that you have to learn. And to not follow fashion trends, and to instead pursue a wardrobe that feels very authentic and true to you. There are definitely a few vintage items that I set aside to try on again in 6 months or a year. There are garments like this, which I thought I would absolutely love, which I don't like the fit of the top on me. And as much as I love the print, the fit is just not where it should be. And they're very minor things too. There are some garments where I couldn't actually tell you why I didn't love it, but I didn't love it. And that's okay. It's okay to let things go. And I think that is the biggest lesson I have learned, is that it's okay to let things go, even if they're beautiful, even if you think you would love them or they do look good, but they just don't really bring joy. It's okay to let those things go. This dress, that yellow floral dress, is one that I've kept in my wardrobe for years and years because it is objectively so beautiful, but the fit doesn't make me happy, and ultimately I just don't wear it as much as I wear this gingham dress. There were things like this one, which I thought I was going to be getting rid of, but as soon as I belted it, it became a whole new garment, and it excited me. At the end of the day, I kept the things that were exciting to me, and also the things that fit. But I kept the things in my wardrobe that genuinely made me excited to wear them. And I am learning to let go of the things that are just not making me happy, which in retrospect seems like it shouldn't be like that obvious. It's simple. Obviously, keep things that make you happy and don't keep things that don't make you happy. But I think we are so pressured to look a certain way, that to fit in with fashion, to fit in with fashion trends, to follow the latest, most trendy garment, to look a certain way if you like vintage, to look a certain way if you're a woman, to look a certain way if you are presenting as one thing or the other. And at the end of the day, if your wardrobe does not make you happy, then why do you have that wardrobe? That was my overarching thought, and that is my overarching thought in this whole video is, if it doesn't make me happy, why am I keeping it? And I realized how many hopes and dreams and like what ifs I had in my wardrobe. Things like this car print, 1950s car print dress is objectively so cute. But I had kept it because I thought maybe one day I'll go to a car show. I don't go to vintage car shows. I never have. I like the idea of them, but realistically, I probably will never go to one. And that's okay. It's okay to let go of those silly little hopes and dreams for a wardrobe that truly makes you feel excellent. And that was my goal with all of this, was to have a wardrobe that made me feel absolutely incredible.
So far we have a pretty decent pile of things that excite me. A actually relatively small pile right here of things that I'm going to pack away for later. And then a much bigger pile than I expected of things that I'm getting rid of. I have one box left, and then a whole trunk. Okay, well, I'm just gonna keep going. And I hope you all don't mind the kind of very relaxed camera work in this video. That's one of the things I've been thinking about, is kind of putting in a few more casual moments, because I miss just being able to like talk to camera, but I'm gonna keep going.
Now, here I want to talk a little bit, very lightly touch on body image, body neutrality, and diet culture, because those are very intrinsically tied to fashion for me. Society values thin bodies in fashion and always has, and probably always will. That is just a prejudice that most people have, is towards thinner bodies. People assume that you're only healthy if you're thin, and that if you carry any weight anywhere, you must be unhealthy, which is not an indicator of your overall health. And scientifically speaking, we won't get into it. There are a lot of genetics at play. There's a lot of life situations at play. And regardless whether you are healthy or not, you still do deserve respect and joy and to be happy with your style. I think that is a really weird thing I see on the internet, and it's never been directed at me, but a really weird thing that I see is, especially under body positive content creators who create content around fashion, there can often be this conversation going on in their comments about how dare they look so good because they are fat, in a degrading way, like that person doesn't deserve to feel joy in what they wear because they are plus size, which I find so ridiculous. Like, who cares what size you are? You should always find joy in your fashion. Personally, I do not ascribe to diet culture. I am not trying to change my body drastically, and I never will be. I think that it is extremely unhealthy to heavily restrict your diet and that everything should always be in moderation, and you should listen to your body and what your body is telling you that it needs, which it will. It absolutely will. But at the end of the day, it's okay. It's okay to have whatever shape you have. I am lucky to be shaped the way that I am because it is unique, and it is a history of the babies that I have grown. And while sometimes I am very self-conscious about my stomach and the fact that it protrudes, at the end of the day, it is also evidence that I have grown life. And I think that can be really beautiful. And that is a very big privilege to be able to have grown 5 lives and to have the evidence of that etched into my body indefinitely. And that is beautiful. In coming to the very last portion of my wardrobe, I hope that you all have enjoyed my rambling. I have rambled for this entire video, and I know that I've talked a lot more than I normally do, which some people might not like, and that's okay. But it is my channel, and I do talk a lot, and I really enjoy talking about fashion, and I think that it's important to be very vocal about the fact that I am happy where I'm at with my body, because a lot of the social conversation at the moment is that fashion trends are trending back towards thinness, that your body is a trend in itself, and that you only deserve to be fashionable or to find joy in your clothes if you are thin. And as ridiculous as that sounds, and a lot of you are very body positive in my comments, so may not have come across this, I have seen it a lot, especially in plus size content creators' comments, that it's almost as if people believe you don't deserve to be happy if you are not a certain size. And objectively, once we think about that, that is just silly. Clothes are just clothes, and they are here to cover our bodies and serve a purpose. But that doesn't mean that we can't find joy in them. And that doesn't mean that we shouldn't pursue a wardrobe that sparks joy, no matter what size your body is, no matter if you are happy about your body or not. It's okay to at least pursue dressing it in such a way that you find joy in that expression of yourself. And personally, I think that the way I dress is an art in itself. I find a lot of joy in making outfits. I love pattern mixing. I love figuring out how to style things, and that can be an artistic expression. And it is an artistic expression that I have stuck to for years through many, 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 many size changes. And at the end of the day, I am very happy that over the last 14 years now, I have stuck to the rule that I am allowed to pursue joyful dressing. No matter my size, no matter where my body is at, no matter what my shape is, no matter if my stomach sticks out or my thighs are bigger or my arms are jiggly or whatever things that people are often insecure about. And of course, I have insecurities about my body. Everyone does. But no matter, maybe disregarding the insecurities, I am still allowed to dress in ways that make me happy. And that is what this whole video is about, is finding my way back to getting dressed as a form of a little bit of daily joy, and showing myself kindness, and showing myself sometimes just neutrality when it comes to the shape of my body, and the fact that if something doesn't fit anymore, that's okay. It's okay to set it aside and move on from that. That doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make me undesirable or not beautiful. Your body is going to change as you age. That is just a fact of life. It is a fact that you will go through things that will make your body change. And that's okay. Whether those changes are visible or not, it's okay to change. Either way, if you lose weight, that's okay. If you gain weight, that's okay. It's all okay. Just do what makes you happy, especially with your wardrobe, because otherwise, what's the point? What's the point of having this big, beautiful world of fashion if we can't use it to express ourselves in a way that makes us happy?
So I am nearly done with my closet, but I have run into the limit for trying things on. So I am just going to show you the last few things, which all of these I have tried on or worn recently, so I know what they look and feel like. And I'm sorry that my fingers are literally like turning sore from zipping up zippers. First little handful. This is a very lovely Lady V London dress that I have worn in a couple of videos recently. The sleeves are tucked in, don't mind that. Keeping, because it fits well. I actually need to shoot this for them. It was a collab for some Instagram photos, but I like it. It's really pretty and it's comfortable. This, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen me wear. This is a very va-va-voom, like slinky 90s dress, but it translates really well as like a 50s or 60s dress, so keeping, because everybody needs at least one fancy sparkly dress in their lives. I literally just bought this and I have been wearing it nonstop in my videos. This is from the Pretty Dress Company, keeping. And again, this is one of my favorite, this is one of my favorite winter Christmassy dresses. I think it's beautiful. Love the way it fits. Obviously, I wear it enough to have left the brooch on it. This is a beautiful Miss Candy Floss dress that I bought because it looks like Belle. Oh my gosh, my hair. This looks like Belle's dress. This is a Belle dress to me. Keeping, because I freaking love it. Most of the stuff in my closet is keep. This is the one that I am a bit torn on. This is a lovely Miss Sonde Fleur dress. It's a pinafore, and I like it, but the thing about Sonde Fleur is they are made to be more of a straight fit, like a looser fit, intentionally. They are not like super snatched at the waist type styles, and I really do like this, but I find it kind of difficult to button up because it's under the arm, and that's a little bit awkward to button. I think this is a keep. I almost was gonna get rid of it, but this is a really cute, unique vintage dress in a very lovely dark purple. This, I'm on the fence about, to be honest. I really love the way this looks on me, but it is not a dress I normally reach for, and part of it is because of the material. It is a, like, extreme stretch material. And I do like my dresses to have a little bit more structure because I have back rolls that I like. I like dresses to smooth that rather than show it off. And there's nothing wrong with having back rolls. I just prefer a smooth line. This one is a Lindy Bop dress, and it is unfortunately a size too small, but I do not want to let it go. This was a dream dress of mine, and it's so beautiful. I'm going to put this aside in my storage trunk to try again at a later date. If it still doesn't fit me in, say, 6 months to a year, then I will let it go. But for right now, it's going to be a store for later. This is another one of those dresses that I am just not sure. I wore this very recently for mine and my husband's anniversary. I took photos in it. It is beautiful, and I'm keeping it. However, let me tell you why I felt hesitant. The reason I felt hesitant is that my body has changed. Things are fitting differently, and this is a dress where 1940s and 50s dresses were generally not meant to be like tight fitted the way that we wear clothing now. They were meant to be a little bit looser, and so it does fit like a little bit looser in the top, and I just don't know how I feel about that. This is a dress all of you ask about all the time. I wear this a lot in my videos. This is from Top Vintage. They are a fairly decent retro store. I really like it. It's comfortable, it's flattering, gonna keep. This one, this is a recent thrift find, and I thought I would love it, but I don't. So this one I am going to probably get rid of, although I might try and wear it like once just to see how I feel if I actually wear it for a day. But I have a feeling I'm probably going to get rid of it. This is a 1950s Lane Bryant dress. Keeping. It is beautiful. Every time I wear it, everybody's always gaga over the collar and the buttons and like the whole thing. It's just really lovely keeping. Ooh, we've gotten to a dress I haven't actually worn yet. This one is really, really cute, and I am going to keep it. However, it is like a little snug around my belly. I bloat a lot, and I have been going through some personal things, so that's why my body is changing. But I suspect in the next few months it'll probably fit fine. I kind of fluctuate between the same 15 pounds, and so it's winter. Your body generally gains weight within the winter. It's kind of normal to do so. So I'm going to hang on to that and that's more of a summertime dress anyway, so. Keep. This is a Selkie. This one is vintage and honestly needs to be fixed, so I'm going to put this in my mending pile. And then I'm going to have to try it on after I fix it. This one is Little Women Atelier. Please somebody let me know if it's Atelier or Atelier. I don't know. But this one I also wear quite often. This is stunning. This is the first and actually the only dress I've been able to buy from them. They are very, very much worth the money. If you can save up and buy a Little Women Atelier dress, buy one. They are so worth it. They are beautiful. This is not sponsored. I bought this with my own money. I saved up for 2 years to buy a dress from them. I do have a link for them, an affiliate link down below, but I promise you, they did not ask me to do this. We are actually hoping to work together pretty soon, and Louisa lives in Washington, and I live in Washington, so hopefully at some point we're going to work together, and they sent me their affiliates program so that I could work with them. But this one is not sponsored. They did not ask me to gush about them. I just really, they have such beautiful dresses. Last, what's that? Certainly not least, this is another Miss Candy Floss. Has the same, like, I've actually put one in my get rid of pile, shockingly. Maybe I tend to keep my Miss Candy Flosses because that is my favorite modern retro brand. This one I got up at 5 a.m. to purchase because I love it so much, and then I was like 2 seconds too late to add one to my cart and buy it, because they can sell out pretty quickly when they make a new drop. But then I found it on a resale site. Somebody had gotten one and didn't need it, so love this dress. My challenge for myself this year is to wear that dress more on dates or whatever, because it is stunning and I think I look good in it, but I am a little nervous because I have a stomach and I'm not practiced at wearing things that kind of expose my stomach, or outline my stomach. This one, this one's on the fence. This is one that I am going to try to wear and style, especially as we're coming up on Valentine's Day. It is a 1950s cocktail dress in red, which is so hard to find, not to mention in my size. And I know it fits because I tried it on like literally last week. So I am keeping it. However, I don't know how I feel about the style on me. If you want to see whether I actually get around to that, go follow my Instagram. And last but not least, is this beautiful Sondafleur wrap dress. If you are going to buy a Sondafleur dress and you prefer a fitted waist, get a wrap dress. So that is it, my friends. This is the end of the video. I made it through trying on my entire wardrobe, and I got rid of quite a few things. I know I got rid of 3 or 4 pairs of jeans. I got rid of 5 to 6 skirts. I got rid of, I think, around 20 tops. And I put 50 dresses, almost, in my pile of things to sell or donate or whatever I decide to do with these cast-offs of my wardrobe. There are some people out there who have asked if I'm going to sell on my Instagram page that I used to sell on, and the answer is that I do not know at this point in time. I don't have a lot of energy to ship things at the moment, so I might end up putting things on my local Facebook marketplace to see if anyone wants to do local pickup. But if you would like to follow my Instagram sales page, it is Kristina's Closet Thrift, and it's linked in my description under this video. And we will see what I have the energy to do. This was a really eye-opening video for me to make, and I am so glad that I did this. Again, it really helped me to feel better about myself and my closet. So I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in March when I am back. As always, I hope that wherever you are feeling safe and loved, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!